The awkward silence only lasts for a few seconds till Emmy lets out a tiny giggle, shrugging the coincidence off. I invited us out for lunch. If you know him, that's just better. Oh, does this mean I don't get food? Or did you invite it for lunch without the lunch? Good job, Emmy. You're just as smart as Sal over here. Neither. I have food for 3 of us. Nice thinking. I fucking hate Rin. I don't hate her, but she's just the sarcasm, man. It just gets to me. She doesn't understand what it's like to be disabled. Okay. Shouldn't have said that. She has no arms. They walk to the other end of the roof while I stay at the clock tower for a while, taking in the atmosphere. There's nobody else but us here. I guess the roof is not as popular as it is in other schools. Well, no, okay? When you have people that have no arms, no legs, they could easily fall off the goddamn roof. A few rundown benches and tables scattered around the edges, perhaps in an attempt to make the roof look less desolate. Who the hell puts benches on top of a roof? The small pebbles covering the roof rattle beneath our feet. I peek through the chain-link fence to take a look at the school grounds and beyond. Students are strolling in pairs and groups from the quadrangle and at the cafeteria. A few delivery trucks are driving past the school towards the convenience store nearby. Somewhere a watchdog walks to the passerby. Somehow when I look towards the town center, the small town strikes me very strongly, almost palpable. The hectic lifestyle of big metropolises seems to be far away and far in here. Nobody has to run to catch a bus like that life dependent on it, or just get their senses overloaded by neon lights and traffic jams. I'm telling you, I've told you guys so many times, you have no idea how bad I want to just move into an area where it's just fucking, not even farms, but just seclusion. It doesn't have to be seclusion, just like, just nature. I know we have nature all around us. Technically, you say air is nature, grass is nature, you know. And I don't live in like a metropolis or a city. I live in, well, I mean, it's a suburban area, and it's very populated. But you know, it's it's not like there's no nature. There's no like you can't just walk outside and just hear nothing. Sometimes, and it's not like I just want to hear nothing. Sometimes you don't want to hear cars. Sometimes you don't want to hear people. Sometimes you just want to sit outside on a bench and do this. Just look out into nature and just look at trees. At least that's what I want to do. I could be different. I mean, everyone's different. Some people love that lifestyle. Some people want to go out there and just rule the city, be number one, take on the corporations, live that life, interact with people. Yeah, I don't mind interacting with people. I just, when it's my time, and like social or my seclusive time, or not even exclusive time, when it's just my relaxing time, I'd like for it to be by myself. And you know what? It doesn't have to be by myself. It could be with people, but just people I know, and just nature, man. I'm a fucking hippie, bro. No, I'm not a hippie, but I do like nature. No traffic jams, no neon lights. I feel surprisingly optimistic about this new life of mine. Looking at my new hometown, even if it's going to be mine for only one short year. Finding out about my illness and having to move away from the home all came so suddenly. I hadn't time to think or feel about it. See, now you get the good with the bad. You're finally getting the good, bro. Just cheer up, man. Put a smile on. When I step out of the shadow of the clock tower to open, I feel warmth touching my back. Yay. The sun shines from a perfectly clear, cerulean sky. A cool breeze sweeping over the rooftop makes me shiver, but only briefly. The wind carries the scent of trees and flowers, not smog and car exhaust like it used to just a few weeks ago. Emmy settles in on a bench with Rin in tow and produces one big and two small lunchboxes from her bag. Come on, Sal. We were waiting for you. What are you waiting for? She's beckoning me to join him, making room on the already small bench. Oh, hello. You guys are close. I seat myself on the corner of the bench to take as little space as possible. It's pretty cramped, but somehow all 3 of us fit on it. Impressive you. Emmy suppresses a giggle and places a lunchbox in front of Rin and hands another lunchbox to me. Here you go. Lunch is promised. Homemade, no less. I'm impressed, Emmy. See, you probably made it with your hands. I wouldn't really want Rin to prepare the lunch since, well, she's going to prepare it with her feet or her mouth. So unless I'm into the whole mouth-to-mouth thing, not really feeling it. Wow, this looks really good, Emmy. Thanks. I make it myself when I can. Conversation dies off as I go about my business of feeding myself. Taking a few bites, I glance up and notice Rin deftly opening the lunchbox and popping a forkful of food into her mouth using only her feet. Even though I've seen it before, I can't help but be impressed at her dexterity. My god, she'd be amazing in the sack. Of Troy, the sacking of Troy, where you have to fight with swords and shit, and she's got dexterity. So, she'd be really good at battles. It's also a reminder of the sort of place I'm in right now. Will I ever get used to sights such as this? Why are you gonna be so pessimistic? Like, will I ever change? Will I ever adapt? Why don't you say, you know what, I think I can get used to this. You know, change, man. Make the right change in life, buddy. Can't decide if getting used to such a thing would be a good thing or a bad thing. Or really either. Do I lose that sense of normalcy in the world? Or does this become my new normalcy? Who knows? Does getting used to this place mean I'm giving up being a normal person? Or does it just mean I'm becoming more understanding about those around me? I'm distracted from my thoughts by the sight of Emmy tearing into her lunch as it had insulted their ancestors. You seem pretty hungry, Emmy. Emmy looks up, mouth half full, and swallows before nodding. My morning run always works up my appetite. Which is great, because then I burn through with my lunch pretty quickly. Helps me keep my girlish figure. Haha. What would happen if you lost it? Would you be a bad? That line always gets me. I nearly choke on my lunch trying not to laugh. It's a figure of speech, Emmy. Rin, Joker, asshole. Does your figure have to ride the mornings too? Or is it just you? Do you always talk like this? Like what? Like what? I think that answers my question. Never mind. So, I struggle to think of small talk and settle on the obvious question. How'd you two meet? That was the obvious question? I thought they were gonna be like, well, what do you guys do for fun? That would be the obvious question. Rin seems content to let Emmy answer this question. Someone in the housing department thought that we compliment each other well, so we just assign rooms to each other. Compliment each other? Like shoes in a suit. Oh, like shoes in a suit. That's how. Huh? Emmy giggles at my confusion. Put us together and we get all our limbs, get it? No, I don't get it. It's a fucking sick joke. How is a complimenting person? You take two people and you're like, oh, well, here's one total person. That's fucked up. What a horrible fucking joke. This school has got a fucking sick sense of humor. I don't like it. I resign. This is fucked up and mean, alright? I like Emmy. And for someone to say that she's no good, that she's not half a person because she's missing feet, well, that makes me fucking mad. Alright? Makes me pissed off. It looks like I'm just gonna have to screw both of you guys and only count it as one girlfriend. God. Yeah, it's pretty insensitive. So I started helping Raiden get ready in the mornings, and that was that. I mean, you can't help someone get dressed every morning and not get along. I see, unless you know, like, a nurse. Well, then, you can easily do it. Unless you just, maybe you're a lesbian and you like to see girls naked. Rin chooses this moment to interject. I have trouble with shirts, as you can imagine, yo, with no hands. I can't put my feet in my head, as you may have thought, you sex feed. Right, that seems fairly obvious, I'm sorry. Really? Kind of? This isn't helping, but at least Emmy seems to find the whole thing funny. That, combined with the fact that Rin is genuinely curious, makes me feel slightly, better, and yet confused. I mean, you've got no arms. So, putting on a shirt seems like one of those things that would be, difficult. You know what? I'm gonna stop talking right now, because I think you were about 6 foot in the hole that we just dug. Yeah, it'll save me a lot of trouble in the long run. Rin nods when I suspect it's meant to be a sage manner. Wait a second. Nods in a sage manner. Real Rock does that. Holy shit! Does Real Rock have no arms? Is Real Rock is also a lesbian? Rin has the little of a low haircut, which is common among, whatchamacallit, girls who prefer girls. Is this Haley? Rin, do you know Haley? Are you a girl? Do you like girls? Yes. I see. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I don't know why I was going on a tangent. Tangents. The conversation dies as I turn my attention back to my lunch. It's really quite good. Emmy finishes her lunch first and makes a contented noise. Why didn't she tell me what they made for lunch? Ah, that was good. As she busies herself with cleaning up her lunch, Rin speaks up. I'm thirsty, but I wouldn't have expected you to bring anything. Right, Emmy? Oh, I almost forgot about that. Sorry. Well, look, she did, Rin. You want to fucking bro down with her? You got a problem? I don't know. What do you want to do? You want to get messy? Sure, let's get messy. Let me take off my clothes. With the flourish, she reaches into her bag and removes a trio of juice boxes. The jukebox hero tosses me one that appears to be cranberry juice, one to Rin that appears to be some kind of strawberry milk, complete with a pink color scheme, and keeps an equally pink box of some kind of fruit punch for herself. Rin dexterously stabs her straw to the top of her box and begins to drink. Why don't we just stab it, through for her? I mean, I can understand not feeding her because that'd be weird, but seriously, couldn't we just put it right in the... Oh, fuck it, whatever. I guess she wants to do it with her feet. I'm once again impressed by how flexible she is. This time, I keep my comment to myself. Somehow, I don't think either Emmy or Rin are the source of people to think twice about the way they work around their particular disabilities. Rin especially so. Indeed, she gives off the impression of being entirely unaware that she's missing any limbs at all. Whether or not that's conscious decision is another matter. Dude, she probably just puts it out of mind, out of sight. Well, I mean, you can't really... You'll notice you're missing arms, but if you think about how you're normal, well then you're going to treat yourself as being normal. You're not going to handicap yourself. Because I feel like when you handicap yourself, that's when you actually have the handicap. I'm honestly not sure. So Hasao, do you like it up here? What? It's quite nice. I like high places for the view, actually. Thanks for inviting me up here. And for the lunch, too. Emmy grins a 1,000-watt grin. Pleased by my response, I suppose. No problem. Feel free to eat with us next time, too, okay? I won't make you a lunch, but you can bring your own up here. No lunch service. I don't know. Emmy looks mock offended. Trying to take advantage of my good nature, eh? The nerve! She giggles, and so do I. Well, if that's your answer, I guess right now I'll just keep eating lunch up here all alone. I'm suddenly assaulted by the most heart-rendering puppy dog eyes I've ever seen as Emmy pouts.
I'm sorry, Emmy. I didn't mean to make you offended. I just want a free lunch, and now I don't have it.
I'm kidding. I was kidding. Please don't. I'd love to eat lunch up here again with you. Please, I love you. Good location. The company's okay, too. Company's kind of shit, but I don't complain. Emmy frowns a bit of my declaration of okay, but seems happy enough that I've accepted the invitation. I guess it makes us friends. Or at least acquaintances. The lunch bell rings, signaling a return downstairs. Rin, you didn't finish your lunch again. I wasn't that hungry. I'll just let Fatso Hasao eat it. You know, because he probably wants it. If you don't eat more, you're going to fade away. Rin shrugs, as if that's an acceptable risk. Come on, we better get going. Three of us head down the stairs together. Clunk, clunk, clunk. The afternoon class pauses. Once again, I find myself without a plan for something to do after school. So I head to the library to return a couple of books I finished reading. Oh, shit. No, you're going to get burned by someone here, man. Walking inside, I see that there are about as many students here as there were on Tuesday. All the more evident from the almost total silence in the room. Oh, fuck! Hit her head right on the goddamn desk. As I drop the books I borrowed into the return slot in the counter, Yuko suddenly pops up from behind it. Quite startled from the banging that it made as they hit the trolley next to her. Sorry, Yuko, I didn't mean to startle you. I thought you were somewhere else. You're very sneaky.
No, that's fine. It happens a lot. I'm used to it by now. Please just don't beat me.
Oh man, why do you have to be abused? I liked you. I wonder how old she is. I can't really tell. That's the one thing about Yuko. I have no idea. You know, she seems like she can either be 30 or she could be 18. You know, so those goddamn glasses and the way she wears her hair. And that stupid dress that really just outlines her boobs. I'm just saying, I'm being honest. You can't tell me this dress doesn't purposely outline her boobs.
Can I help you?
No, it's okay. I think I know where everything is. Thank you. As she fades away like Rin would if she stopped eating lunch. I suppose I'll grab another book or two while I'm here. There's not much else to do here, and after reading so much during my stay in the hospital, it's become a hard habit to break. Hey, good. It's a good habit, man. You learn. I need to read more, honestly. Because reading is good for the soul and good for the brain. I wander down the fiction section towards the back of the library, scanning the bookshelves for anything that catches my eye. As I do, I look over the corner where Hanako had been the last time I was here, not really expecting anything to come of it. Huh! Son of a bitch!
Hanako, I'm so sorry that we can't spend our lives together anymore, but you know as well as I know that we had an eternity with each other. You cried, I cried, we had sex, and then you proceed to cry again. I think we have to move on, Hanako. I'm sorry.